Archangel Michael whispers, "The pain you've been feeling is from someone pretending to love you." Heaven is exposing the truth now. Open quickly. Tonight, at the edge of midnight, when silence bends low over the earth and the thin veil of dawn prepares to break, a whisper moves through the unseen realm. It is not loud, it does not thunder, but it pierces the soul like a sword of light. Archangel Michael draws near, not with clamor, but with the weight of eternal presence, speaking not to the crowd, but to the one who feels unrest. He leans close, and in the soft hush of your spirit, he breathes a word that shakes the roots of your pain. The ache you carry is not random. It is not without cause. It is the wound inflicted by one who has worn the mask of love, but never bore its truth. This message is not cast wide like seed across the field. No, it is precise. It is selective. It is for the one who wakes trembling at the hour of 3 a.m. when the body should sleep, but the spirit cannot rest. It is for the one who feels the shadow and the warmth of supposed affection, the one who senses a hidden fracture beneath the surface of words that sound sweet, but ring hollow in the silence after. This is not for every ear, but for the appointed soul who knows in secret that something does not align. Hell now declares urgency. You cannot dismiss this. Betrayal already moves quietly. Its tendrils already weave into your destiny. If it is not exposed, it will tighten, and if it tightens, it will choke. But if revealed, if cut away now, it will free you. It will clear the path, and your destiny will breathe again. That is why the whisper comes with command. Open quickly. Not tomorrow. Not when it feels safe. But now, in the stillness, unclutter your hands, silence your racing thoughts, and open the hidden chambers of your heart. For in the act of opening, you grant heaven the authority to remove what no human hand could pry away. Do not demand every detail now. Mystery must remain for faith to rise. But know this, what begins tonight will not linger in delay. Within days, a sequence will unfold, and the exposure of truth will not be denied. So hear this invitation. If you are the one who hears faint wings brushing against the night, stay. Do not scroll away. Do not dismiss this moment. For heaven is not speaking to all. Heaven is speaking to you. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 777 is now activated. In the name of the one who sees all, who weighs the heart of man, and measures every hidden motive, I summon the voice of heaven to meet you now. I call upon the commander of the hosts, Archangel Michael, to step across the threshold of your life and stand guard at the doorway of your soul. Before the next rising of the sun, before the hours you can scarcely name pass by, this message will become living fire inside you. It will not leave you as it found you. It will cut through fog. It will unveil what has been cloaked. It will stir what has been silent. Michael comes not in blinding chaos, but in radiant authority. His presence is like steel that has been bathed in light, metallic yet warm, unyielding yet filled with peace. He carries the weight of eternity, yet he moves with tenderness, as one who knows how to bend near to the broken without crushing them. He does not shout, he whispers. His whisper carries more power than the loudest thunder. It is the whisper that can unravel chains, the whisper that can expose falsehood, the whisper that can pierce pretended love with holy fire. If you lean in now, You will feel it. The brush of sea-scented wind. The subtle tremor in your chest. The sign that you are not imagining this moment. Heaven has appointed this very hour to speak into your hidden ache. Hear me well. This is not the counsel of men. This is not mere reflection or passing advice. This is a directive from the courts of heaven. It carries the weight of judgment, and it carries the balm of healing. It comes with tenderness, but also with a sharp edge of truth. This message is selective. Not every ear can bear it. Not every soul is ready to hear it. It is reserved for the one who feels pain that will not allow them to rest. For the one who senses the dissonance between words spoken and actions lived. For the one who has endured unrest in the very place that was supposed to be safety. Michael stands before you, sword lowered but ready, whispering with command. Open quickly. Do not delay. Do not excuse what heaven is unveiling. The mask is dissolving even now, like dew under the heat of a noonday sun. What was hidden cannot remain. Truth is stepping into light, whether publicly or privately, and you will see what you were never meant to carry hidden. You will watch the shadows shrink as revelation presses in. And with that command comes assurance. You will not be left to wonder. Heaven has not come to tease your heart with vague riddles, but to begin a sequence that unfolds with unmistakable clarity. Watch for signs, for sudden changes, for patterns breaking, for words spoken that carry an echo of revelation. The Spirit will bear witness, and you will know without confusion that this message was for you. So I say again, with urgency and with holy rhythm, open quickly, open quietly, open wholly. The time is short, the moment is charged, the heavens lean close to your life. Do not shut your ears, do not silence your discernment. For the next days will carry evidence, and you must be ready to see. This is the moment where destiny pivots. This is the moment where chains either tighten or snap. Choose to open. Choose to receive. Choose to step under the shelter of the sword and the whisper. For heaven has not forgotten you, and heaven will not leave you deceived. Type I am anointed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now surrounding you. In the quiet corners of your life, the evidence has already been whispering to you. Small signs, fleeting moments, ordinary details that refuse to rest in your spirit. You have noticed the misplaced texts, the conversations that vanish before they find their way to you. You have sensed the pauses that linger too long, the sudden silences that make the air heavy. Tenderness, once steady, has grown inconsistent, showing up in flashes but fading when you need it most. Excuses circle like smoke, never quite solid enough to hold, yet too persistent to ignore. Something inside you keeps pressing. This does not align. And you are not wrong. There has been an unsettling weight in your chest, a restlessness that no embrace could quiet. You have wondered if you are losing your mind, if you are too sensitive, too suspicious, too wounded from the past. But listen closely. That confusion is not random. It is the sound of love tangled with deception, of trust bound with betrayal. The pain is real because the mask is real. Someone has stood before you pretending love, performing affection, while harboring intentions far more fragile and self-serving than the words they speak. There are whispers around you, though faint. gossip in hidden places. Watchers who know fragments of the truth, but are not yet bold enough to speak. Their murmurs circle, their eyes flicker, but heaven declares, the time for silence is over. The shadow will not remain shadow for long. You have endured contradictions, public promises painted in gold, yet private cruelties etched in silence. Smiles that glow before others, and words that cut when the door closes. You have carried the hollowness of trying to reconcile two versions of someone who should have been one. That hollow has become a cavern inside your chest, replaying moments, analyzing fragments, asking questions that never find resolution. Do not despise this ache, for it is your spirit's alarm. What you feel is not weakness, but discernment, a holy unrest given to you so you will not be ensnared. Heaven is not exposing this to shame you, but to shield you. For deception grows in the dark, but light is breaking through now. The one who pretended love cannot hold their mask much longer. The facade is already cracking. Watch their eyes. Watch their tone. Watch how stories begin to unravel when repeated. Truth, suppressed, always rises like water pressing through stone. Yes, this hurts. Yes, it unsettles every corner of your being. But it is better to feel the sharp ache of revelation now than to be bound by years of illusion later. Heaven loves you too much to allow this counterfeit affection to steal what was meant for your future. There is a truth, moving in shadow, but the hour has come. It will soon step into light. And when it does, you will see that every restless night, every whisper of unease, was heaven's way of preparing you for freedom. Type I am awake in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1414 is now upon you. Beloved, as this truth unfolds, remember, this channel is a living altar where God's word is released to protect, to warn, and to strengthen souls like yours. Every message here is not just content, it is seed being sown into lives on the brink of breakthrough. When you give, when you sow into this mission, you are helping heaven's light reach someone sitting in the same midnight ache you've endured. Scripture declares, he who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. This is that moment. I invite you, from my heart and from heaven's prompting, to support through YouTube Super Thanks, membership, or directly through PayPal, the link resting in the description below. Your giving is not charity, it is prophetic action, unlocking harvest for yourself and for others. As you sow, may rivers of restoration flow back into your life. Step into this divine exchange now, move, and let heaven multiply it. What you are walking through is not simply betrayal by human hands. It is not just the sting of disappointment or the ache of trust fractured. This, beloved, is deeper. This is war dressed in the garments of relationship. This is spiritual assault woven into the fabric of your emotions. The one who pretended love was not merely a careless person. They became a vessel for an assignment aimed at slowing you, delaying you, derailing the very destiny marked upon your life. When heaven identifies you as chosen, the adversary does not always come with horns and fire. No, often he comes with a smile, with an embrace, with what appears to be safety, only to coil silently around your purpose until you forget who you are. Hear this clearly. Your pain has meaning. The battle you face is proof of your calling. The attack has marked you, because the adversary fears your rise. You have been entrusted with a mantle heavy enough to draw resistance. The confusion you've endured, the late-night questions, the hollow ache in your chest, these are not punishments, but indicators. They mark you as one whose future threatens the dominion of darkness. And so the enemy planted counterfeit affection in your path, hoping to entangle your heart before your wings could unfurl. But heaven refuses to let your destiny be stolen. The whisper of Michael is the proof that heaven is attentive. Angels have been recording what has been done in secret. The smallest injustice has not escaped the eye of God. Every conversation spoken behind closed doors, every manipulation carried in the shadows, it has been written in the scrolls of heaven. And now the time has come for exposure, for truth to rise, for chains to break. But listen carefully. Your reaction is as crucial as the revelation. The enemy is not only interested in deceiving you, he is interested in provoking you. He desires for your anger to explode, for your words to cut, for your retaliation to hand him ground. That is why heaven now counsels you. Guard your tongue. Do not hand your adversary the script to your downfall. Keep your counsel close. Observe patterns in silence. Pray with intention. Stand still long enough for heaven's hand to move. The more measured your response, the more powerful heaven's intervention will be. This is the clarifying fire. Do not despise it, for fire does not only consume, it refines. In this furnace of betrayal, the dross of misplaced trust is being burned away, leaving behind the gold of discernment, the strength of resolve, the clarity of vision. You are not abandoned. You are not cast aside. Heaven is not punishing you. Heaven is preparing you. This is the threshold moment when masks fall and your identity as chosen becomes undeniable. So breathe. Stand in stillness. You are not alone in this war. The very presence of Michael in this message is proof that you are guarded, that you are shielded, that you are seen. What feels like devastation is in fact purification. And when the smoke clears, you will not be left in ashes. You will be standing, refined, and unbreakable. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2299 is now sealed over your life. Beloved, hear me now with urgency, for heaven presses this word into your spirit. The one who has worn the mask of love is about to make a decisive move. This is not a distant event. This is not something months away. Within days, not weeks, not years, not some vague tomorrow. Within days, the tension that has been building in silence will break into motion. You will see with your own eyes the hand that has been plotting in the shadows. You will hear with your own ears the tone shift, the explanation that twists, the sudden narrative that attempts to cast blame where it does not belong. Be prepared, for the exposure will not come gently. The air around you already feels charged. You have sensed the unease. Conversations carry strange edges. Words that once flowed smoothly now stumble. Affections that once seemed effortless now appear strained. This is the tightening of the net before it snaps. Small crises will appear, subtle yet strategic. Forgotten appointments, unexplained absences, sudden excuses that do not hold together. These are not random inconveniences. They are the tremors before the quake. They are signs heaven is giving to prepare your heart so that when the moment comes, you will not be blindsided. The escalation will carry a scent of fear. Fear of losing control. Fear of exposure. Fear of losing access to you. That fear will disguise itself as sudden urgency, as emotional outbursts, as explanations that circle without landing. Watch carefully. You will notice the sudden shift of tone in their voice, the erasing of messages without cause, the appearance of unexpected visitors whose timing feels strangely rehearsed. All of this is part of the unraveling. The mask is cracking, and fear is leaking through the fissures. But here is heaven's instruction. Do not meet their haste with your hastes. Do not mirror their panic with your panic. This is where your stillness becomes your weapon. Document what you see. Remember what you hear. Hold what is revealed in prayer before you speak it aloud. Heaven fights on behalf of those who refuse to fight on carnal ground. You are not called to wrestle in the mud of accusation. You are called to stand in the clarity of truth. Michael presses this warning. There will be a sign, an emblem, a repeated word, a strange pattern that stands out from the rest. Pay attention, for when you see it, you will know beyond question that heaven's whisper was true. That pattern will confirm motive. That word will unveil intent. That sign will be the key that unlocks the truth and severs the last threads of illusion. Do not ignore it. Do not brush it aside. It is heaven's seal on this revelation. This is the threshold. If you remain steady, if you choose silence over retaliation, if you choose discernment over panic, heaven will not only expose, but will protect. The very move meant to trap you will become the evidence that frees you. The scheme designed to shame you will become the testimony that elevates you. Heaven is watching, heaven is recording, and heaven is about to act. Type "I am alert" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3030 is now activated around your life. Beloved, now that heaven has unveiled the urgency and warned of what is coming, you must be anchored in the way of protection. For when deception is being stripped bare, the adversary will thrash in desperation. He will push for reaction, for rash words, for frantic choices that hand him the very victory he has been denied. That is why heaven commands this: be still. Be still and know that the battle is not yours. Be still, for silence is not weakness, but strategy. Be still, because when you choose calm in the middle of the storm, heaven steps forward with sword drawn, and Michael himself stands between you and the scheme. This is the hour to withdraw from the shadows of gossip and manipulation. Do not feed them with your attention, and do not give them oxygen with your words. Every time you engage in fruitless argument, you strengthen the snare. Every time you rehearse the lies with your own tongue, you carve wounds deeper into your spirit. Heaven says, cut off the channels where manipulation thrives. Block the whispers that arrive in your inbox at midnight. Step away from the late-night meetings that twist your peace. Draw lines that guard your heart, for boundaries are not selfish. They are sacred shields for your destiny. For 72 hours, restrain yourself from reactive speech. Do not chase down explanations. Do not rush to clear your name. Instead, Let your words rise only as prayers. Let them rise as declarations. Let them be inscribed in your journal, where heaven's eyes will see them, even if no human ears ever do. Fast from the impulse to explain yourself. Fast from the urge to prove what heaven has already recorded. For silence is not absence. Silence is power. Silence is the ground where heaven writes the story. Speak these affirmations in your quiet. I am sealed. My destiny is safeguarded. My life is hidden under the shadow of the Almighty. Let them settle into your bones until they become unshakable truth. These declarations are not empty phrases. They are shields. They are locks. They are walls of light surrounding you. Every time you speak them, you close another door against the schemes of the adversary. Do not neglect physical wisdom. If you must walk in places that feel uncertain, let someone you trust know where you are. Do not allow yourself to be drawn into isolated confrontations where your voice could be twisted or silenced. You are not called to paranoia, but to prudence. Protection is not fear. It is alignment with heaven's strategy. And in the unseen realm, Michael is already stationed. He stands between you and every whispered plan, his sword lowered yet ready, waiting for the moment to strike if danger draws too close. You do not see the legions at your side, but they are there. You do not hear the sound of wings in the night, but heaven's army surrounds you. You are not vulnerable. You are encompassed. You are not forgotten. You are guarded. So rest in this. Heaven fights when you don't. Heaven acts when you stay still. Heaven vindicates when you choose silence. Your greatest defense is your trust. Your greatest weapon is your peace. Let the storm rage, but do not rage with it. Let the schemes form, but do not fold under them. For when you stand in stillness, heaven stands in fire. Type I am guarded in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4488 now seals your destiny. Beloved, hear me now. What has been meant for your harm will not end in your defeat. What the enemy wove with deception will not be the final chapter of your story. The pain you have felt, the betrayal that pierced your chest like a blade, it was never sent to destroy you. It was permitted to refine you. It was allowed to awaken you. Heaven does not abandon you in the fire. Heaven forges you in it. What you thought was breaking you has, in truth, been remaking you into something stronger, sharper, more radiant than you have ever been before. There comes a holy transformation when the storm refuses to cease. The tears you cried have watered the soil of your spirit, and now strength is rising from the very ground of your suffering. You are no longer the one who trembled in confusion, asking why the mask had to fall. You are becoming the one who carries clarity like a sword, who stands with authority that cannot be shaken. Hear this truth. You are not who they think you are anymore. You have been shifted. You have been refined. You have been marked. Those who thought they could define your worth will soon see a version of you they cannot control, cannot diminish, cannot silence. Lift your eyes and look deeper. Your pain has been a refining fire. It has burned away illusions. It has stripped false attachments. It has tempered you like iron forged in flame. Your humility, once mocked as weakness, has become your armor. Your stillness, once mistaken for silence, has become your strength. Your refusal to collapse has become a testimony written in heaven's book. The adversary thought you would drown, but you learned to breathe under the flood. The storm thought it could bury you, but instead it taught your roots to go deeper. Now your wings are unfurling. You are not the caged soul you once were. Heaven is lifting your head, strengthening your hands, steadying your feet. Every morning that you rise again, you declare to the darkness, "I cannot be broken." Every prayer that escapes your lips, no matter how weary, sends tremors into the kingdom of shadows. Every act of endurance becomes a stone in the fortress heaven is building around your future. Do not despise the paradox. Weakness, held long enough in the presence of God, becomes authority. The very places where you once bled will become the places where others will find healing through you. The betrayal that wounded you will become the testimony that crowns you. The rejection that scarred you will become the platform that raises you. You are walking into a season where pain no longer defines you. Power does. So rise. Lift your face. Lift your voice. Lift your expectation. The tide has turned. This is no longer the season of silent endurance. This is the season of rising authority. Heaven has tested you in secret. Now heaven will honor you in the open. Your destiny has not been delayed. It has been sharpened. The fire has not consumed you. It has revealed you. You are not finished. You are being unveiled. Type "I am rising" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5151 now rests upon you. Beloved, the veil is thinning now, and the reason behind your trial must be revealed. Hear this with the full weight of heaven. The exposure you are walking through is not punishment, but preparation. It is not destruction, but divine rearrangement. Heaven has allowed the mask to fall, not to shame you, but to clear your path. For how can you step into the fullness of your calling while carrying bonds that were never forged in truth? How can destiny unfold when your heart is tethered to a counterfeit covenant? The pain you feel is heaven's mercy, because it forces you to release what you might otherwise have clung to. This betrayal is not the end of your story. It is the unlocking of your next chapter. This is your unveiling, your unlocking, your holy transition. Heaven is shifting the stage of your life. That which was hindering you, that which was draining you in secret, that which cloaked itself in false devotion, it is being removed so that you may rise unbound. You are stepping into new favor, new doors, new alignments that could not come while deception lingered at your side. God Himself is clearing the table, sweeping away falsehood so that what is set before you will be pure, enduring, and appointed. Understand this. Heaven moves with shocking clarity when it must. There are seasons when gentle whispers suffice, but then there are seasons when only a sword can separate truth from illusion. You are living in that season now. The sword of revelation has struck, and though it cuts deep, it is making room for new oil, new relationships, and divine assignments that will not collapse under the weight of deceit. Heaven does not prune without purpose. Every severing is an invitation to fruitfulness. Every exposure is a doorway into increase. Look closely, for a prophetic sign will confirm this word to you. It may come as a name spoken unexpectedly, a dream that lingers with unusual clarity, or a scripture that repeats itself until it burns in your spirit. Do not dismiss these confirmations as coincidence. They are heaven's fingerprints marking your path. They are the evidence that your life is being directed from a higher realm. You are not overlooked. You are not abandoned. Your name is registered in the book of life, and your journey is under the careful gaze of eternity. So do not receive this revelation with bitterness, but with humility and obedience. Heaven exposes only to restore. Heaven uncovers only to heal. Heaven removes only to multiply. This is your prophetic moment, your appointed unveiling. Do not waste it in anger. Do not squander it in revenge. Instead, step forward with open hands and a surrendered heart. What is leaving was never meant to remain. What is coming has been waiting for you to be ready. And now, you are ready. Type "I am unlocked" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 6116 now flows over your life. Beloved, as heaven clears your path and unveils your future, remember this. Every word released here is not merely a message, but a lifeline. You are not just hearing prophecy. You are helping spread it to those who are still bound in silence, still chained by counterfeit love, still waiting for their unlocking. When you sow into this mission, whether through YouTube Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are planting seed in the soil of deliverance. You are helping the oil of heaven flow into the lives of thousands. Scripture declares, "Give, and it will be given to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over." This is your chance to activate that overflow. Your act of giving becomes a prophetic declaration. Lord, as I release me. As I sow, unlock me. Do not delay. Step into this holy exchange and let heaven multiply it back into your life. Beloved, now that heaven has exposed the false and unveiled the purpose behind your pain, you stand at a turning point. This is not merely revelation for comfort. This is revelation for activation. You cannot remain as you were, because the fire has burned away illusions and the truth has stripped you of excuses. Now, destiny requires a response. Heaven waits for your yes. The sequence is already unfolding, but your participation will determine how quickly doors swing open and how fully blessings are released. Begin with your voice. The power of life and death rests in the tongue, and what you speak creates the atmosphere you walk into. Declare daily. Declare boldly. Declare without hesitation. I am not bound. I am rising. Heaven, open the doors you prepared for me. I will not be shamed. I will not be silenced. I will not be stopped. These are not empty words. They are keys. Every time you release them, you turn the locks that have kept your destiny seal. Every spoken decree writes a new line into your future. But do not only declare, act. Align your steps with what you have spoken. Spiritual promises demand earthly cooperation. If you say, "I am free," then refuse to walk back into conversations that enslave you. If you say, "I am rising," then rise each morning and commit to the work heaven has placed in your hands. Finish the tasks you have delayed. Keep the appointments you once neglected. Move with intentionality, for obedience is the soil where favor grows. Reconciliation has its place. If the heart before you is genuine, humble, and transformed, then grace may flow. But if the fruit remains false, if the wound keeps repeating, then release is required. Sever with clarity, not bitterness. For destiny cannot flourish in soil poisoned with repetition of the same deception. Heaven is not calling you to cruelty but to courage, the courage to walk away when necessary, the courage to realign when commanded. Engage in small acts of faith that announce your new season. Serve someone in secret. Give generously, even from the place of your own need. Create something that points toward your purpose, even if it feels small at first. Every act of obedience plants seeds for the future. Heaven does not overlook even the smallest step. The kingdom expands not only in grand gestures, but in steady, faithful motion. Do not despise the shaking you have endured, for it has positioned you for this exact activation. You are stepping into a season where heaven will respond to your yes with rapid shifts. Align your heart, align your words, align your actions, and you will see open doors where once there were only walls. You will see favor flow where once you faced resistance. You will see your name carried into places you never imagined, for heaven is moving on your behalf. So rise with confidence. This is your destiny moment. The pain was real, but so is the calling. The betrayal was sharp, but so is the sword you now carry. Do not shrink back. Do not delay. Do not waste this unveiling. Heaven is waiting for your agreement. Lift your hands, lift your voice, lift your will. Say it boldly, live it fully. Yes, Lord, I will rise. Yes, Lord, I will move. Yes, Lord, I will walk into what you have prepared. Type ISAYYS in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7171 is now released over your journey. Beloved, while you sleep, while you wrestle with tears that soak the pillow and questions that find no answer, know this. Heaven is not idle. There is movement in realms unseen. There is an exchange taking place in the courts of eternity. You may feel alone in your bed, but around you, angels gather. You may think your cries vanish into the night, but every sob, every whispered prayer, every groan too deep for words is being archived in heaven's ledger. Your pain is not wasted. It has become evidence. Your endurance is not overlooked. It has become currency. Your suffering has been placed before the throne as testimony, and heaven responds with justice. Even now, transactions unfold in the spirit. What was stolen from you is being negotiated for return. What was withheld from you is being released. Names once entangled in darkness are being shifted back into alignment with light. Keys you thought lost forever are being restored to your hands. In the silence of your weeping, the angels stand as witnesses, presenting your case before the throne. The ledger of your life is being corrected. The scales of injustice are tipping back in your favor. You may not yet see the shift, but the exchange is already underway. Picture it, scrolls opening, hands of fire inscribing new decrees over your life. Promises that once seemed delayed are being stamped with heavenly approval. Blessings that were locked are now being signed back to your name. Documents of destiny that the enemy tried to bury are resurfacing in the courts of heaven. While men argue and deceive in the natural, heaven's record stands unshaken. The unseen realm is busy with your restoration, and heaven has appointed agents on your behalf. Angels war with precision. Ancestors testify of the endurance in your bloodline. Prophetic witnesses intercede in the spirit. You are not without representation. You are not standing alone. Even now, the voices in heaven cry, "Do not forget the one who endured. Do not overlook the one who remained faithful." And heaven answers with movement, with release, with holy reversal. Signs will follow these silent exchanges. You will see sudden reconciliations where you thought bridges were burned forever. You will receive unexpected gifts that carry meaning beyond their value. You will find documents, notes, or opportunities resurfacing at the exact moment you need them. People will appear in your life as timely allies, carrying the resources and words you require. These are not accidents. They are manifestations of what heaven already sealed. Do not grow weary because you cannot see it yet. Human timelines lag behind spiritual decrees, but the exchange is active now. The books have been opened, the verdict is in progress, and what belongs to you is being restored. Trust the process, for though your eyes see silence, your spirit will soon witness the evidence. Remember this truth: nothing is lost that heaven intends to restore. No tear wasted. No pain ignored. No betrayal unaccounted for. Every loss is being measured. Every wound is being healed. Every delay is being redeemed. In the silence of the night, your case is being settled, and when morning comes, you will walk into the fruit of heaven's transaction. Type "I am restored" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8282 is now written over your life. Beloved, now hear the decree of heaven. Justice is in motion. The cries you thought went unanswered, the wounds you thought unseen, the injustices that seemed to stand unchallenged, all of these have been gathered in the hands of God, and the hour of reversal is here. The one who judges righteously has set his scales, and he tips them in your favor. What was stolen will not only be returned, but multiplied. What was withheld will not only be released, but expanded. What was spoken against you will not only fall void, but will turn into words that elevate your name. This is the principle of divine reversal. When the enemy sought to bury you, heaven chose to plant you, and the harvest of that planting is about to rise. See it in the spirit, scales tipping, the weight of lies crumbling under the pressure of truth. Coffers filled with the enemy's gain are being emptied, poured back into your life in unexpected ways. Honor that was trampled in shadow is being lifted, not for the applause of men, but as a witness to heaven's faithfulness. Justice is not vengeance. Justice is restoration. And restoration is already moving toward you like a rushing river, unstoppable, undeniable, ordained. You will witness visible evidence of this reversal. Apologies will arrive from lips that once mocked you. Resignations will occur where corruption once seemed untouchable. Lies spoken in confidence will be exposed, unraveling under the light of truth. Doors that slammed in your face will open wide, not because of human favor, but because heaven demanded it. Vindication will not be silent, it will be seen. And when it comes, you will know beyond doubt that heaven has fought for you. But here lies your charge. Do not grasp for vengeance with your own hands. Do not tarnish your blessing with bitterness. Leave the work of justice to the one whose judgment cannot be bribed, cannot be swayed, cannot be delayed. Stand with integrity, even when vindication is sweet. For if you allow anger to poison the gift of reversal, you will diminish the very blessing heaven is pouring out. Choose patience. Choose purity. Choose to let God finish the work. Let this declaration rise from your spirit. I claim reversal. I walk in restored favor. I refuse to stay bound by yesterday's chains. I step into today's release. These words are more than affirmation. They are alignment. They anchor you in the flow of what heaven is releasing now. Speak them until they saturate your atmosphere, until even your thoughts echo their truth. Beloved, this season will not end as it began. You will not walk away carrying ashes, but beauty. You will not walk away carrying shame, but honor. You will not walk away empty, but full. What you thought was the ending will become the opening of a far greater chapter. Heaven has written a different conclusion than the one the enemy tried to script. So lift your head and stand tall. The courtroom of heaven has ruled in your favor. The verdict is sealed. The reversal is active. This is not the day of your defeat. This is the day of your redemption. Type "I am vindicated" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 9393 is now stamped upon your destiny. Beloved, now we arrive at the closing of this word, and heaven presses its seal upon you. The pain you carried was not random. It was the sting of a mask, a counterfeit love, a deception dressed in affection. That mask is falling. Heaven has exposed what was hidden, not to break you, but to free you. You have walked through the ache, endured the unrest, and listened to the whisper of Michael. And now, you stand in the place of choice and of power. This message is not merely comfort, it is command. You are called to rise. You are called to walk into destiny unbound. You are called to step into the light that has been prepared for you since the foundation of time. Hear the blessing. Archangel Michael stretches his wings around you now. His sword, glowing with fire, stands at your side. No deception will strike you unaware. No false affection will entangle you again. You are sealed. You are covered. You are guarded by heaven's authority. Peace will anchor your nights. Clarity will guide your days. Strength will clothe your spirit. Where confusion once clouded your mind, now discernment will sharpen you. Where betrayal once cut you, now restoration will crown you. Take this short prayer upon your lips, even now. Father of lights, shield me in your truth. Expose every shadow that lingers. Restore what was broken. Seal me in your peace. Lead me into the fullness of what you have prepared. Speak it, believe it, receive it. For the words you release now are being written into your story by heaven's hand. And let this final declaration settle into your soul. I am sealed. I am seen. I am sent. I rise now, and I take my place. These are not mere words. They are a mantle, a commissioning, a holy charge. You are not stepping into uncertainty. You are stepping into divine appointment. The betrayals of the past will not follow you into this new season. The whispers of false love will not silence your song. You are moving forward under the watch of heaven, and no scheme will prevail against you. Stay attentive, beloved. Keep watch for the signs that have been promised. They will come, and when they do, they will be your confirmation that this was not imagination, but visitation. The whisper you heard was heaven's voice, and the future you walk into will prove it true. Type "I am sealed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing Node 1001 is now surrounding your life with completion and protection. Beloved, as you rise from this word and carry heaven's blessing into your life, I invite you to partner in this mission. Every message here is a sword in someone's hand, a shield for someone's heart, a whisper of Michael into a soul that might otherwise remain in silence. By supporting this ministry, through YouTube Super Thanks, through membership, or through the PayPal link resting in the description, you are sowing into the eternal. You are planting seed into lives on the edge of breakthrough. Heaven sees your giving not as a transaction, but as a prophetic act. The Lord declares, "Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed." As you pour, you will be poured into. As you release, you will be restored. Do not wait. Step boldly into this holy exchange, and let your offering become the key that unlocks blessing over you and over countless souls who will yet hear the word.